Fire at a storage facility in Boyle Heights has flared up again, sending more smoke into the air. But this isn't the only reason for air quality concerns in recent months. From the chemical crisis in Garden Grove just weeks ago to a warehouse fire in Ontario in April, incidents like these are leaving people here in SoCal uncertain if the air is safe to breathe.
So joining us now to discuss those concerns is Dr. Afif El-Hasan. He's a spokesperson for the American Lung Association and a board-certified pulmonologist. Thank you for being with us this morning. And with all these incidents we're seeing affecting air quality in SoCal recently, is this something we're actually seeing more often?
We are, at least for this summer, we have noticed a lot more industrial fires than what we normally see. So there is a little bit more of that than normal. Usually this time of year, we're dealing more with the wildfires. But yes, we are seeing an unusual number of warehouse and industrial fires.
And Doctor, throughout the warehouse fire, authorities were advising people to stay inside, avoid the outdoors. What precautions should people take when there is an air quality warning? Specifically, can you break down what the precautions are for when you're inside and when you're outside?
First of all, everyone needs to make sure they take those warnings very seriously because it does jeopardize their health if they're not listening to the warnings. If someone has to be outside, they should minimize the amount of time that they're out there. They should not be exercising outside during these warnings. And if they have to go from one point to another, try to do so in a car versus walking or bicycling. Indoors, this is a time to close the windows, turn on the air conditioner, and if you have air filters in the house, it would be great if you turn them on in order to keep the air inside the house clean.
Absolutely. And some people are struggling with allergies right now. So how would people know if they're having a reaction? What should they be looking out for that tells them they might need to seek some help?
It's very important to listen to your body. I would be very worried and seek medical help if there's chest pain, shortness of breath, a lot of nausea and you don't understand why you're having that nausea, or if you're having burning of the eyes or burning of the nose or the back of the throat.
And Doctor, these recent incidents are more newsworthy, but California deals with threats to air quality every single day. We're talking about smog, fires, and other pollutants are something we just basically live with. So how should we be protecting our lungs every day?
Find a very reputable site to check every day for air quality that monitors the air quality hourly. So you know what times would be safe to exercise and be outside. And also make the inside of your house a safe haven for your lungs. Make sure that the windows are closed during times of bad air during the day. Make sure you have air filters. Use air conditioning if you have it when it's appropriate. And also keep up on your medications. If you're someone who's an asthmatic or you have allergies, make sure you're taking your medicine. Make sure you have emergency and rescue medicines available to you. So if you do have, for instance, an asthma attack or a bad allergy, you're ready to take care of it and treat it so you don't have to go somewhere and pick up medication in the middle of that asthma attack.
Yeah, great idea to stay prepared. Dr. El-Hasan, thank you so much for joining us this morning.
Thank you.